Hey guys, welcome back. Drip Coach here with Drip and Farm for Poverty, where we don't trust, we verify and operate with integrity and transparency. Today, we're diving into an update on the market. We had two big headlines pop off in the last 24 hours. And if you're not careful, you can get shaken out of your position. So stay tuned. All right. This video is coming because I was talking with Mystify and he reminded me of a video he did about a month ago about Bitcoin price falls, how to profit when the price of Bitcoin drops. And it's basically about understanding the value of the asset, Bitcoin, meaning you're not purchasing a shit token. If you zoom out on Bitcoin and you're willing to hold at least through an entire cycle, then you will see profits in the long run. Now, a lot of you, like myself, came in from the DGen YOLO shit token communities, so you're not used to that. And when you held something, it just continued to go down. So I get it. There's a lot of people that are not familiar with buy low, sell high, because we've all bought high and then got wrecked. But I bring this up because of today. Bitcoin, it was down about 4%. I think it was a little lower than this. It's kind of come back up, but like 4 to 5%. Earlier today. And then the fear and greed index dropped from like it was sitting in the 50s all the way down to 36 earlier today or something like that. And that's right on the heels of two major, let's go global first. So issues, of course, heating up in the Middle East. I'm not gonna get political on any of this. I don't have, again, a dog in this race, but clearly Iran launching missiles. That's not good for anybody, regardless of where you live or what your beliefs are. War only benefits those that profit from war, and typically everyone below that end up kind of suffering from that side. Reminds me of the 1984 book by George Orwell, War is Peace, where in the book, they literally were just kind of gaslighting the people into believing that they were constantly at war because it could give the people something to focus on while basically they were getting raped by Big Brother, losing their liberties and all this other stuff like that. So, I don't know who is actually at the puppet strings above all these things, but rest assured that there is definitely people sitting together that know exactly what's happening, and they do indeed benefit from this. So we got this happening in Israel, and then over in the US, literally in the same time, you have US port strikes, caused the first shutdown in 50 years. So there is a strike happening by the members of the International Longshoremen Association. And there's a video I want to show this guy explaining the magnitude of this. I don't actually know who this individual is, but he clearly works for the union or a part of the union or whatever the case may be. And he's mentioning the impact of this.
These people today don't know what a strike is.
Right.
When my men hit the streets from Maine to Texas, every single port will lock down. You know what's going to happen? I'll tell you. First week, be all over the news every night, boom, boom. Second week, guys who sell cars can't sell cars because the cars ain't coming in off the ships. They get laid off. Third week, malls start closing down. They can't get the goods from China. They can't sell clothes. They can't do this. Everything in the United States comes on a ship. They go out of business. Construction workers get laid off because the materials aren't coming in. The steel's not coming in. The lumber's not coming in. They lose their job. Everybody's hating the longshoremen now because now they realize how important our jobs are. Now I have the president screaming at me, I'm putting a Taft-Hartley on you. Go ahead. Taft-Hartley means I have to go back to work for 90 days. That's a cooling off period. Do you think when I go back for 90 days, those men are going to go to work on that pier? It's going to cost the company's money to pay their salaries. Well, they went from 30 moves an hour maybe to 8. They're going to be like this. Who's going to win here in the long run? You're better off sitting down and let's get a contract and let's move on with this world. In today's world, I'll cripple you. I will cripple you, and you have no idea what that means. Nobody.
Now, according to this article, more specifically, nearly 70% of U.S. exports, 50% of containerized U.S. imports come through the East Coast and Gulf Coast ports. So that definitely will have an impact. And ironically, again, we've seen this playbook before with COVID lockdowns against countries. Now, I'm not saying this is, staged or whatever the case may be, but it is interesting to see. This is why I keep stressing on my channel about look behind the curtain and figure out when they want you to look in one direction, what's going on in the other one. Now, this is legitimate. These guys are fighting for wages and fairness and all this other stuff. Okay, that's great. But it's right around the time of an election. Also, prime for the issues that we're having with the monetary supply, stuff going on now over in the Middle East. Like, it's just interesting how clockwork wise, there's always something that can cause panic in the markets or to get you again to just look in a different direction. All the while, the rich continue to get richer. So when we look at this graph, spot Bitcoin ETF inflows, that's easier probably to look on this one. You look at inflows for ETFs. The blue line is total inflows, basically BTC. All you see is that chart going up. A couple dips here and there, but just continuing to accumulate. So clearly, someone's is causing this, but those behind the veil, they're buying. And this is just like Bitcoin ETFs. There's much bigger chess game at play when you talk about commodities and nations making deals and things of that nature. So this is kind of tinfoil hat, but I believe, again, it's all connected. There's definitely nothing happens just randomly. There's no way that, you can have things take place that affect the world globally and not have the global players kind of aware of that. Like, it just is impossible to me. Doesn't make any sense. So anyway, the whole point of this video was going back to what Mystify said about his Bitcoin price falls, how to profit. So the whole idea is that you need to be stacking sats and buying more aggressively when Bitcoin dips like this. And he mentioned to me that on the platform, he sees the highest traction days or volume is always the most buys come in when Bitcoin is at all-time highs. So it's clearly people still buying high and selling low, and like the volume slows down when Bitcoin is at a low. When Bitcoin is on a dip like this, this is when you should be buying credits in the marketplace. And if you're savvy, you have a centralized exchange that you use, you should have in buy orders for these times so that you already have them in there at 60K, at 58K, like at the different support levels for Bitcoin, you can put in buy orders and benefit from that. So that just, if you're on the exchange, you just put that money in, forget about it, and it'll place that order for you. Because at the end of the day, what you want to have is you want to be accumulating Bitcoin below the current price that's being advertised in the market. You want your dollar cost average price to be below whatever the heck Bitcoin is sitting at, because that way you're always in profits and you can sell if you need to. So that means you have to have a constant DCA strategy, and you need to, if you're using the platform, be buying on a discount these credits, because remember, you're buying Bitcoin. So if you come into the marketplace and you see these credits sitting in here, that's the current, when you look at the USD value, it's the current price of Bitcoin at these prices. So not only are you catching the 4% dip here, you're also benefiting from the additional 8% here. So that's a 12% discount on Bitcoin that you cannot get anywhere else. So that's the power of this platform. So be aware of the global narratives and what's going on in the news and all that stuff, so you don't get shaken out of your position, but understand how to generate wealth. You must buy low, sell high. You cannot do what traditional retail, or what they call dumb money, that's where the ape moniker comes from. Dumb money buys high and sells low. And again, you can see that here, but the smart money you see what they're doing. And again, I believe tinfoil hat, they are the ones creating a lot of these narratives and information that we're digesting. So got to keep your head on a swivel and just be aware that whenever you see one thing, it behooves you to look on the opposite side of wherever they tell you to look towards and direct your attention. All right, that's all I got for this video. Smash that HBO special, help a brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.
Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? Spritz Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.